Welcome back, everybody. Man, it feels like forever since I did a Speak Your Mind show. It really hasn't been that long, though, to be honest. But um, the way time moves, it just seems like uh, many moons have passed since I have spoken to you all out there. But I'm here now, and I have an exciting show. We've been working so hard over these last few I don't know, I guess month or two. And that's why it feels like it's been so long because yeah, the, the time lapse and how much you can get done when you work as hard as these people that I'm about to bring on, and they can tell you themselves just how hard they work and how diligent they work at their craft and becoming the best versions of themselves personally in their personal lives and also in this entertainment world that we all seem to want so greatly to be a part of. So I'm very excited to have the cast of Everything Matters. Everything Matters, which we have wrapped it up. And it is in the editing laboratory right now for Jay Roberts to put together. So excited about this show. And so let's get right to it. You guys know how I like to start my show. And the show begins now. Okay. All right. The pleasantries are over. I'm here, but I'm not by myself. I got a team of people with us and more to come. Hopefully, they all start kind of filtering in as we continue this show. But let's start by bringing in the writer, director, producer, the great, the fabulous Linnea Jordan. First, let's bring her in. Hey, how you doing?
Hello, Derek. Hello, everyone out there in internet, TV, all that good world. How are you?
I'm doing well, and look who's all here. Everybody's here. Well, almost everybody. It's the team. We got a team of people. I don't know what happened to Mark. We had him. Well, his Mark in the his character name, Paul. I don't know what happened to Paul. I'm pretty sure he'll try to catch up with us soon. But how's everybody doing?
God, I'm
Good.
Let me unmute everybody there. There we go. That way everybody can actually we can hear everybody's fabulous voices. So how is everybody? I mean, we can start at the very top there. What's up, Bobby? Police officer two. How are you doing, man?
Hey, everybody. Doing good. I am police officer too. Thanks to Linnea. Thank you, Linnea. It was a treat.
Yeah, I mean, how'd you enjoy playing that role? Now, so far or thus far, I can say you have kind of gotten your feet wet a little bit here, more than it seems like every other day you're doing something new. So this isn't so new to you anymore. You starting to get comfortable with this acting stuff as you've retired from your
Yeah.
your normal existence and now you're just an actor traveling around. What's life been like for you lately?
Well, I mean, first off, thanks to you, Derek, and JL. You guys got me started back in October, which seems like a year or two ago, but it's not. Only 4 or 5 months, but it's a blast. I mean, I'm meeting great people. Linnea, her family were great. Meeting the real brothers, with Andre, Santa Dave. I mean, everybody I've met so far has been absolutely wonderful. It's a pleasure to do this business. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, it has been quite the ride, I would say. We're gonna add Paul back into the mix here. it has been really, really interesting. We spend so much time together. It seems like whether we're doing shows like this or Linnea writes a new script, and all of a sudden here we are back together. And, as you can tell, she likes to utilize a lot of the same talent in her production. So we're grateful for that, and that's a credit to you all for doing an outstanding job previous to whatever new we might be talking about creating. Because her and I will have a conversation, and we'll be like, "Well, what do you think about Bobby for this role?" Or you think he can pull it off? Or or Dre, of all people, and we're not going to tell all your story about what you've been through, Dre, but Dre as a police officer of all things, come on, man. Hold on, you know what? I'm sorry. I gotta jump. All right, here,
You did a
Dre.
great job as a police officer too.
What the? Hold on, what you say, Linnea? What you say?
I said he did a great job
Did a
as a
great
police
job.
officer. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you. I try. I don't
Did
know.
a great
Y'all
thing.
make it look easy. Y'all make
Yeah.
it look easy. I know that. Y'all definitely do.
So
But y'all
he's
make it
a
easy. Y'all make it easy too, though.
yeah. Well, thanks. I mean, it's a collective. It's not. It's not so easy all the time, right, Alexia? I mean, it's work. I mean, and I'm jumping all over. I was going to stay in a row here, but you know what? The heck with it. We're gonna freestyle here a little bit, and everybody's just gonna have a blast, and it doesn't matter. You could jump. You know, I know we're not supposed to step on each other's lines. Why, John? Why are you stepping on my line? That was my line. That was my shining moment, and you stepped on it. Why did you steal my line? Nah, I'm just kidding. That's the industry that we're in, and it's quite interesting. Well, I mean, did you want to touch on that, Alexia?
Yeah, like for me, I think the hardest part about this industry is finding like work in this area. I mean, there is a lot of work if you do a lot of research, but like there aren't that many like talent agencies that you can get signed to, because I've definitely done a lot of research and applied to like so many. But yeah, I feel like the hardest for me is finding agents and agencies that have like exposure to like those bigger roles. But I do feel like everything that you do counts, and it helps you for, in the future when you eventually do get to like that George Clooney level.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to ask you this real quick. You're the youngest one here on this panel right now. And you're rather busy. Like you said, you got to fly out to Atlanta here really soon. Then you're part of multiple shows and things of that nature. I mean, what's it like being to if you were speaking, which I'm sure there's some young people watching the show right now. If you were speaking to them right now, what kind of encouragement would you give a person getting into the industry like yourself? But you're kind of seasoned now, and if you don't mind, can you tell the audience how old you are again?
I'm 16, and yeah, for everyone who's watching, like even if you're my age or like older than me, I feel like the best advice is just to like believe in yourself and like stay true to yourself, because there's like going to be a lot of people that say that you can't do it or like laugh at you for saying you're going to do it. So you just need to be your number one cheerleader and really like put in the work for it to happen. So like you need to do the research, and you can't like rely on people to like make it happen for you. So like if this is something that you really want to do, you have to like know that it does take a lot of work, but if you do put in the work, like you will eventually get there. So just not to give up and just keep on like trying, because it does get hard, but you need to like struggle in order to like make it to the top.
Wow, that's really good advice. I mean, I'm taking heart to that. You got me excited to go out and tackle my next opportunity out there. But I appreciate that. But let's shift over to you, Jonathan. You pre-show we're talking a little bit about a little bit of a letdown, something like what Alexia was just mentioning about what it's like out there. I mean, just touch on that again, because I think it's important for us and everybody. This Bobby, you too, Paul. I don't know if you smack a home run every time you go and audition. But tell everybody that experience that you just went through, Jonathan, if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure, no problem. So, it's always a little heartbreaking when you go through multiple rounds of auditions. I think the closer you get to getting the role, the more optimistic you are, and you're like feeling really good about yourself. But the thing that you have to keep in mind is, especially these days with the ease of self-taping and self-submitting, not having to travel and an audition in person, that means that there's just more people applying for the same roles, and only one person will get that role. So, it's a little bit like winning the lottery. You got to be that lucky person, and all you can really do is put in the work, practice, memorize, research the character with as much of the script that they're willing to give you, and just trying to become that character for the moment, and just do your best. And you have to be comfortable with rejection, because that is going to happen every other day, several times a week. You got to be okay with rejection, because you're going to hear a lot more no's than yeses in this industry. That's for sure.
And to me, that's to me, and thank you for that, Jonathan. That's sobering, right? What you say, Paul? That's a sobering statement that he just said. When you hear that, it could kind of shift you in a way to where you might not want to carry on. You drive 30, 40, 50 miles in some cases, somewhere, and then just to be rejected is not a good feeling. So I just kind of wanted to, that story that you were talking about pre-show. I thought it'd be good for the audience to also hear and understand that everything's not going to go your way, But hey, that's part of what we do. It toughens you, right? It makes you tough. It makes you more persistent in some cases to want to show these people that you should have gave me an opportunity. So, I appreciate that. But on to you, Paul. Paul, before we get into the whole, I got a little itinerary here of questions that I do want to ask concerning Everything Matters, which, by the way, is awesome. And we got a little something to show you guys. You'll enjoy watching what we prepared. But so how you been, Paul? First and foremost, what you been up to, man? You've been busy?
Pretty good. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, I'm kind of going through the gauntlet of just continuously auditioning and submitting and kind of refining my craft. In a sense, I'm kind of going back to the drawing board and, kind of just looking at myself as an actor and trying to add more to my toolbox, if you will, right? So as actors, right, we have our toolbox of emotions and things that'll help us get through the scenario better. And I feel as though kind of since we wrapped the last project, since then I've been kind of just refining that in my everyday life, whether it's just people watching, observing, watching different scenes and movies that have, kind of just doing things like that in a sense.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Yep, that's it. That's what we do. That's how you get to be those real top-notch actors. The crazy thing, is sometimes you're a natural, right? John, right? Dre wasn't an actor. He just came in. He noticed that he had like an ability to convert into a role and become something. And now he looks at you guys. I mean, he says it all the time. Talks to Bob, he talks to Alexia, people that he just watches you do something, and boom, he's like, man, I want to be able to do that. Well, I'm going to try it. And then he just kind of knocks it out, almost, first try. That's a natural. But then sometimes you got to really step out of your comfort zone. To me, Dre, playing the role of a cop, that was
definitely out of my comfort.
was out of your comfort zone. So just, I mean, let's get into it then. Let's talk about the movie. Um, and what did you all feel as though the movie was about from your perspective? I mean, I'll start with you, Bobby. What did you feel? We obviously you read the script. So what was the movie about?
Well, I mean, you know my background, and you know this is important to me. I have three daughters, and at some point in your life, all your kids are bullied. I mean, and it's your job as a parent to address that and be like a mediator. And you don't always have control over the other party, but you have control over your children and the way they react. And sometimes parents do everything they can, and it still doesn't work out right, like in this script. I mean, it doesn't make you a bad parent. You did everything you possibly could. Some things are out of your control. And I think this is a public awareness script. The movie is, it makes you think and look deep inside yourself. And you can't always fix everything, but you can fix small things. And I always tell my kids, small victories are victories. So sometimes that word of kindness that you have for somebody is going to carry them through that day, and it's just a small victory. You won that day. You didn't win their life, but you won that part of their life.
Yeah, very well spoken. Elegantly put there, Bobby. What are you all of what you've been practicing to be a philosopher in your next movie or
I
your
do
next
that on
role?
my. That's my fifth job, brother.
Look, that's not the Bobby I'm used to. You know what I mean? So
Uh,
that's cool. I appreciate that, and I agree. And I knew this one would hit home for you because of all your time at, serving the public and defending people's rights. So appreciate that. And you Jonathan. I mean, your character was and you could talk about it. You played the role of the father, but what what was the movie about to you? How did you feel about it personally? Just personally. We all know what the movie was about, but you heard what Bobby said. But when you got into your character, what was it about to you?
Yeah, sure. So there's a lot of layers to this script. I mean, sure, on the surface, you have the bullying, which it seems like every other day you see something on social media about, somebody getting bullied in school or online. And it's just, it runs rampant through schools. So, I think that was a great thing to focus on and bring attention to. Um, but also, you have uh, the stigma, the um, the interracial marriage and
Mhm.
the child, Macy. That is something that wasn't that long ago that it wasn't even legal. I mean, we tend to think that history is so far in the past, but these are still real issues for
Yep.
a lot of people. Um, and then you also have, a couple dealing with raising a kid separately. They're divorced, so especially if you're religious, that can be kind of a big part of your life. And so I think there's just many, many layers to this. And playing the father, he seems to have a good relationship with Macy. She, when she's in need, she reaches out to him, calls him. So that was nice to see. It was good to play. It was good to play a good guy. I'm being honest, but yeah.
Well put. I mean, again, just the perspectives that you're coming from, and I see Lene up there, and she's just, I'd love to watch her reactions when she hears about her writing because I've told her more than once how great of a writer she is, and she can really go deep into the psyche, and the great ones are able to do that. They can go there, and make people think. Yeah, I mean, the way John stated that. I mean, you hit touched on some things I wasn't even thinking about with the the interracial relationships and all that, and I thought that was pretty important to touch on actually there, Jonathan. So I appreciate you sharing that. Uh, Dre, I mean, I already kind of put it out there a little bit that this was definitely not an easy role for you. Not saying that you didn't make it look easy, but how did you feel about the movie? What did you think the movie was about, and how you participated in it?
Like first and foremost, I mean, it was like you said earlier. It was different for me, kind of honestly jumping out there playing something that's so far removed from my life. But then when you put it in perspective, like that really has nothing to do with the story and what's going on and what's happening. And it's just when you see the story got so big of a meaning or so big of a message in it, and it's so relevant to a lot of stuff that's going on now and a lot of stuff the kids experiencing now. I got 19-year-olds. I got children that's going to have to experience some of the stuff that we actually portrayed in a film, and it's real. So regardless of what aspect of it, like, so I didn't even really look at it like I'm a police officer or a detective. I kind of dug more into it. As really, I'm the one that got to find this little girl in our parents' house, So I mean, stuff like this or stories like this pull at your heartstrings more than to have you worrying about what type of character you're portraying or what type of person you're trying to be. It's just you just trying to add your piece to the puzzle and hope that somebody can get the message that Linnea is giving everybody, because it's a strong one, man.
Wow. But are you up there? Are you crying, Lynette? You better not be up there crying. Because if you start crying, I'm telling you, I'm gonna start crying too. If you start crying, I'm
Boy,
crying.
I got you ready, cry.
Man, oh my God, man.
Linnea, real talk,
Yeah,
real talk.
yeah,
Linnea, I tell you this all the time because we
that's her
interact a
heart.
lot.
That's where
Yo,
her heart is.
you
Where her
create
heart
so many opportunities, and the messages that you showing people is changing the narrative for Baltimore, yo. And I'm gonna be with you until the end, regardless. Like whatever you doing, I'm gonna be a part of it, and I mean that, like for real, because we need that. We need a real narrative instead of what they always showing or what they always portraying us. We came up here, we seen all of it, and you showing everybody that it ain't all what they see on TV. It ain't all what they hear about, and that's big. And I'm gonna be a part of anything that got something to do with that. So thank you first and foremost. Thank you, and keep doing it. Keep doing it.
Yeah, thank you for that. Thank you for that, Dre. And that's why I say, Lynette, we have a lot of separate conversations, and I know it gets tough sometimes, and I appreciate it. I'm fighting back, literally bawling myself right now because this industry, and this goes for all of you, okay, and everybody who might be watching it and listening to this. This industry can be tough. It can test your relationships with people and things. It really can. It really can. And you all have to understand that you have to persevere through things that are not significant. You know what I mean? You gotta fight through the stuff that's set in your path to separate what your overall goal is. It's not easy to notice these things right away, so you push through, you get past the tough times, and as they say, on the other side, things are brighter, things are lighter again, and then it's just a rough patch. But the rough patch is what people have a hard time getting past. They throw in the towel. I'm done. I'm washing my hands of this. Goodbye. And then it causes interruptions and disruptions in good solid relationships. So with that being said, keep that in mind as you move forward. Not everybody has your best intentions in mind, but you have to trust your instincts a lot of times as well. But you can't always follow your heart either. So it's a fine line, between what's real and what's not. So anyway, that's my little sermon for the moment. I do want to move on. Dre, I really appreciate that, man. You're a special dude to me anyway. So we do a lot of stuff together. You already know that. So I appreciate that. But Alexia, I wanna move this over to you. You played a really really significant role in Everything Matters.
She is a
Um,
star, superstar in the making.
yeah,
Superstar.
real talent, real talent, real talent. And everybody can attest to this. And listen, y'all, when she starts talking about her role, y'all have to go back, especially you, Dre, and you too, Bobby, because you guys remember the scene, and I don't want to give it away, where she was just able to just keep doing the same thing over and over. She is such a like talented actress that I don't know how she's able to repeat these things. She can cry on command. I've never seen anybody cry within a split
Yeah.
second. You ask, "Am I lying, Lene?" I mean, it was. Just, I mean, we saw it with our own eyes. We were like, "What in the world is this?" So, and then we're gonna bring it back to Linnea too. And I know she doesn't really want to do a lot of talking this evening. She wasn't even really 100% sure she wanted to come on the show tonight because it's about her cast, about the cast. But I'm glad she decided to gather the strength to come on. But anyway, back to you, Alexia. What did this movie mean to you, and what is it about to you?
Firstly, thank you guys so much for your kind words. Like it means so much to me. But yeah, this movie, it actually I could connect with it like a lot because I am in high school and I am mixed. And for a long time I did go to a predominantly black high school. So I did kind of experience a little bit of what Macy was experiencing. So I when I was reading the script, I was like, oh my God, like me and Macy could be best friends. Like we are so like um but yeah, this story is just so deep, and I really love that Linnea was able to read it and like write it and like show it to the world because so many people don't understand like what bullying can do to people, and they're always like trying to invalidate people's feelings and be like, oh well, you don't pay rent, you're not like an adult, you're not in college yet, why are you stressing, why are you crying and so depressed all the time? But they don't understand like how emotionally damaging it could actually be to people that are like so young. And bullies don't understand that not only their words can affect the people that they're bullying, but their family too. Just like in the story, like Macy's parents were so broken and they didn't know that this was happening. Like I remember Macy's mom was like, "Oh, you should have a party." She thought that nothing was up. So I feel like parents should check in with their kids whenever they can because like kids don't want to show their emotional side to their parents because they always feel like they don't understand what they're saying. So I feel like parents should check in with their kids a lot because not everything's as it seems. And I know a lot of people try to hide their feelings. But yeah, with Macy, like it was really hard to act out her character because it was so emotional. And I really had to like tap into that emotional side. So I made sure that I was preparing before I was doing like my emotional scenes. Like I made sure that I was like getting into the zone so I could really give Macy like the light that she needs and act her out to my fullest. But yeah, the whole story is just it's really good and it's really like eye opening to a lot of people because they have to see that like just because we don't pay bills and we don't have to worry about stuff that adults do, like there's still a lot of stuff that can really affect us that they don't see because they don't have to go through that. So
Yeah, well, I really, really thank you for that. It's powerful. It's powerful. The writing is powerful. You all as actors, you made it. You brought out Linnea's vision of how powerful it could be by acting and carrying out your roles the way you did, and so it takes everyone. She can write a fabulous script all day long, but if the actors can't portray the characters the way it was written, then it's going to fall by the wayside a little short from what it could have been, the potential that it could have had, and that goes for a lot of things, as we know in life. But what we're the business we're in trying to showcase what the vision is of the director, the vision of the writer, and things of that nature. So this is where we get better in our craft. So I am going to swing it on over to you, Paul. You play your character roles. That's
Not
the
good,
one
man.
that's the one that you know how you don't want to be typecast. Of see, just this is what I do. Whenever somebody had me choking somebody out or killing somebody in the movie, I'd be like, can y'all please make me a good guy like next time or something like. I don't
Yeah.
want everybody to say, man, how come you always the back? But anyway, so what was this movie? What did it mean to you? What did you feel as though how did it was about, and how did it touch you and the role that you had to play?
Well, yeah, I mean, the movie is a real, this is a real topic, and I first want to commend Alexia on the great job she did, because she really and truly made me feel bad as we were going through the different scenes. I said, "Damn, maybe I need to look myself in the mirror tonight and be like, hey, man, you got to do some reflection," because she really brought that emotion out to the point where it was like, man, she's really, this is like real. So yeah, kudos to you on that. But kind of just to also compound on what she was saying is, the different stressors in your life, right? So not only is she going through the divorce with her parents, but she has Mark at school, right? And then she might be facing an identity crisis, and these are all stresses that continue to compile on to someone, and to a young person, especially in high school, when you're trying to figure out who you are exactly. It could be tough. It could be very tough, and you know, um, that there were some very real topics in there, and I really just appreciated being a part of the cast and being a part of this great production, because it was truly a blessing.
Well, I'm gonna tell everybody right now. The the filming turned out really nice. The footage turned out really nice. The everything on the production side, you can see her giving the acknowledgement signal there. It turned out good. You guys are going to look good. You're going to sound good, and that was very important. But before I want to show you guys what a little taste. Now, of course, everybody won't be in this scene. Yes, it's a scene, but you guys will get a glimpse of what to expect when you do appear in your scene. What was you gonna say, Linnea?
I was just going to give y'all the I'm not going to speak really yet, but I'm just going to let you know Bobby's in the scene, Dre in the scene, and Sherelle is in the scene. So if you don't see yourself, it's because it's just the sneak peek. It's not the full. We still in post production, so
Yeah,
we
it's
still
it,
in the editing stage.
and thank you for that, Linnea. So it was just really color test from the editor. He was just showing us little things that we to evaluate, to make sure that that's kind of what we were looking for. So thanks again, Jay. He'll watch this in the morning. He's probably knocked out right now, but he'll watch the show in the morning. But before we go to that, I did want to ask you something there, Paul, because I listened to what you said. Believe it or not, this is a talk show. I don't just talk. I do listen. Believe it or not. Um,
Yeah.
so you reflected on yourself. You don't really look like the bullying type, but have you ever been in a position where you felt kind of like you were being a little bit of a bully to somebody?
Uh, Not entirely. So I would say the closest thing that I could use to resonate with the character of Mark is being a physical trainer. Also, that's also something that I do. I guess, my motivational tone, you could say, could come off a little bit condescending and a little, you know, ignorant, if you will. But I don't really, no, I've never been one to be, with the bully or to beat somebody when they're down, but more to uplift them and motivate. So I guess you could say, in this, not no, to answer your question, no, but I I, I would say that's the closest thing.
Well done, my friend. Well done.
Yeah.
Linnea up there laugh. I always ask the fully
Good,
loaded questions. What'd you say,
Yeah.
Linnea?
good answer.
Good answer. Good answer. Good answer. You know, I always gotta squeeze one in there. Bobby knows. Bobby knows. I had to squeeze one in there, but yeah, because everybody's reflecting on of their personal experiences. Alexia said it. You know,
Right.
Bob. You know, a police officer. I mean, how many times has he been that? He was that most of a good portion of his life. You know, all of Alexia's life, and then some. You know, so I mean, so how easy was that for him? Here, you play a bully, and you can actually relate because sometimes when you're trying to be motivational and you're like, get up, you can do one more push up, what well, you're like, no,
Yeah,
I can't do it, I can't do it. Yes, you can. I can't do it. So you,
yeah,
you were you whoever you were yelling at like that, bro. You was bullying them. All right, stop. No, I'm
yeah.
just
I
kidding.
go.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm just joking. Nah, it's cool, man. That's why I asked you that because you kind of stated it a little bit. There was something there, and I just wanted to see if I could pull that out of you a little bit more. So, anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and check out the clip. And just let me know when it's on. If you guys can't hear anything, because I want to make sure the audio is playing. All right, so here we go.
Macy, get down here now. The school called me today. What happened? Oh, I know you hear me. It's him. I told that school not to call him. I don't need this shit right now. Hello? Yes, what's wrong? Where's Macy? Mason, what's wrong? What? You love me. Why? They're here.
We got a call for a well person checking his address.
Yeah, but I'm fine.
Yes, ma'am, we see. Do you have a daughter, Macy?
Yeah, she's upstairs in her room.
Do you mind if we go check on her?
I can take you to her room.
No, ma'am. Need for you to stay here. You can direct us to it. Is there any guns in the home?
What? No. What's wrong?
There you go. So it's cool. So you guys can hear everything fine and all. That's good. That's good. Yep. So, it's got the makings to be something great. So after showing you that, what did let's start with you, Bob. What did you think about that little demonstration of coloring and just kind of a vibe? I mean, it's obviously going to be primarily a pretty sad production. I mean,
Man, I'm just laughing at Dre, man. He just nailed it. I'll take him as my partner any day, man.
that's
No,
cool. That's
it's a
cool.
good scene. It's very realistic.
Yeah,
We had to work on the dance a little bit with me and Mom, but we finally
yeah,
got it,
yeah.
and I think it looked great. It looked really good.
Cool,
Very,
cool.
very realistic. Very realistic for what would happen. Yeah.
Yeah, yes. What do you think, Jonathan? How'd you feel about that scene?
It looked good. All I was thinking was the setup and like how much everybody had to figure out who's standing where, who's gonna, the logistics of all of it. That's what kept running through my head. So I'm like, oh, it's kind of cool to see the final product of everybody's
Yeah.
hard work.
Yeah. Look, that's all I look at too. I'm like, oh my god. I'm looking at shadows. I'm looking at reflections. I'm like, That's not me, is it? Hold on. What's that shadow? So I'm doing that kind of stuff, and it's hard for people. Like if you think I'm bad, that lady up there, and right next to my image up there, she's worse, and I'm bad. So it's tough, man. It is. It's really trying on our consciences, when you're trying to be perfect, and perfection is hard to reach. But what do you think? What do you think, Paul? I mean, you can look. We've seen clips of you guys already, so it's like
Yeah.
fun. You know what I mean, Lynette? So we're like, oh my god, wait till they see themselves there, or like that shot.
Yeah.
But now just that anticipation is going to be riding with you all for a while. What do you think, though?
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was very believable. I mean, my man Dre just walked straight up the steps. Though he didn't even ask for no permission. He get to walking up the steps.
Yep, yep.
No, but definitely that was I kind of felt that, like, damn, where's my baby? Where's my baby? Where is she? So
Mhm.
that was a phenomenal job. I like that. I'm excited to see what's to come.
Thanks, man. Thanks. What about you? What did you think about yourself there, and portraying the very people that locked you up for a good portion of your life? Ooh, did I say that? Oh, edit that.
Man,
Not block. Oh, my bad.
hey, it was fun. It was fun. It was fun. It was work, but it was fun. And I don't know. I'm just excited to see more. It looked good. It looked real good. And I get it. I know how I be. Linnea, Derek, I know. Because in the studio, I'm a drill sergeant. So I know how I be. And you want the finished product to be what you envision. And I see it. It's there. Like, I love what I see so far. I can't wait.
Thanks, man. Hold on. This man down South Beach. Do you hear the music playing? I mean, how,
That's Collins Avenue.
Time.
that ain't cool. Like, how are we gonna have
I
a
had
show
a rough
like,
week. I had a rough week, man.
man?
I had
Got
a
you.
rough week last week, man. I went through the ringer.
Yeah, he did have a rough week though. He called me from his buddy's phone, talking about actually it was Ramsey. They called me, right? No, did you call me from? Anyway, long story short, he did have a rough week. So he needed a vacation. I won't put all your business out there. I already kind of spilled some beans, so I ain't gonna put all your business out there. But yeah, man, I'm glad you smiling after that week you had, and you don't
Y'all got
envy.
me smiling. I ain't smiled this much in a minute.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool, man. So on to you, Alexia. You saw the clip. You know what's happening in the scene. You actually know what's going on upstairs. Because you were up there waiting for us to follow up, move equipment up, and all that. So what did you think? I mean, was it a believable scene to you? Was you feeling pretty sorry for yourself, or at least your character self?
Yes, I was like, oh my gosh, like I felt so bad for the mom. She had no idea. Like she just came home from work and like her first instinct is like, oh, she got a call from the school. So her first instinct is just to yell at her kid. Like she wasn't even thinking about, oh, what if there's something wrong? Like that's just her first instinct because that's what parents do. So I think she probably felt bad for that being the first thing she said when she walked in the door instead of like, looking around a little bit. But also like the editing and how it turned out is like so good because I was there when you guys were filming it and just seeing how much work is put into these films. It like I just appreciate it so much. Every time I watch movies now, I'm always like, wow, I bet it took so long to like put it together. And now that I'm like in the industry, I'm like, whoa, like it took a lot more work than I thought it took. So it's cool behind the
Well,
scenes now.
we're really appreciative that you all feel that way. I'm looking at the expressions on your faces. We not only did we give you all a glimpse of your hard work, put a vision in your mind of what's to come. It's going to carry on and that with that kind of consistency. Good production. We had the locations. Obviously, the writing's there. There's some pretty intense scenes that that was enough to tease everybody. It's like, well, so what's going on upstairs? Or why are these police officers there? And so the intrigue is there. And now you're going to have to kind of wait. Now there will be a trailer done. So that wasn't the trailer, or not even a portion of the trailer. You might not even see what was just shown to you in the trailer. Okay. That was just something, color test, sound test, and all that. to show Linnea to see if she approved. So just so you know, just wanted to say that. So um, with that being said, I do want to give Linnea the floor for a little bit here. I know you're tired, Linnea. I know your heart is probably just filled with all kinds of emotions right now, listening to the way people talk about you for your hard work and time and effort. But what have you thought thus far in this show about what you've been hearing from your cast and even go ahead and speak on how you felt about the quality of what we've done and the sounds and the visuals. I mean, just go ahead, take the floor for a minute.
So first, I want to thank everyone for everything that you have done and put into the production of Everything Matters. This production really touches me personally because I really wrote it from experience and as a parent and going through things with my children being bullied. So I just want to thank y'all for just putting that into light. You guys, I say this all the time because I don't know. I thank God for blessing me with the people that He put into my life as far as my actors. My actors always are very, very, very good actors and actresses. So I just love to like reutilize them over and over again for the same thing. So and I try to give you guys all different type of roles because it will showcase your talent because I really see the talent that's within you. Um Alexia, you did a phenomenal job. Like I didn't think that you were going to play the part the way that you did, and just you just took the script and you took the character of Macy and you just made it yourself, and I just thank you for that. Everyone, even the people who Bobby, I want to thank you first and foremost because I was going back through like my Facebook messages and everything, and you are the reason why I met Dirk. And I didn't even realize you're the reason why I met Dirk. When I was looking for somebody to do work in Da Vinci, you tagged his name and said maybe he can help you, not even knowing that it was going to build a relationship. And I was just looking back through my messages and stuff, and like how I was just thinking like, how did I meet Dirk? And I seen that message. I said, "Dag, Bobby is the reason why I met Dirk." So I thank you for that because the bond that you created with me and Derek extended through you and and Dre and Alexia and Paul and Jonathan. Jonathan, you stepped in, you came out to rehearsal, I mean to an audition in the it was like cold, it was cold rain out there that day. You waited a little bit because the building wasn't open. You was patient with me and you took on the first role I asked you to do, and when I needed you to step in for the second role you did that without any hesitation, without any questions. You like, Lynette, I'll do it, and I appreciate it. In both roles you were you played different, a different type of person, but you stayed, like you even stayed after your filming was done and just watched and just like participated. So I appreciate you for doing that and I thank you. Mark, you did a phenomenal job. Like at first I thought at first you seemed a little shy, and I thought you was going to be like shy a little bit, but you stepped in and got into the character and got into your role, and y'all knocked it out because I really thought it was going to take us longer to film this like it did the first short film we filmed, but y'all knocked it out in 2 days. Like it was like bam bam, thank you ma'am, and we are done, and it was good. Like it was good. Now Dre, you was in my first one, running laws, different type of role, different type of character, but you really stepped up. You helped me with the location, like you secured the location for me, and I appreciate it. The words that y'all said to me tonight, it really just touched me, like, because people always say things, but tonight I don't know, it just made me feel like everybody is starting to see what I already seen in myself, and they just bring it to light. So that's why I got emotional, because I'm like, I've been fighting, like, do what I want to do. Do I want to do this? Do I want to do that? Because I do so much, and people don't even know half of the stuff I do. I do so much, and it's like seeing y'all and hearing y'all, seeing y'all act out the writing, and hearing y'all talk about what y'all thought about the writing even before y'all acted out. It just touched me, and I just appreciate y'all. And I know, like, this movie here, this short film, it can be turned into a feature film, because y'all really act this 15-20 minutes worth of film. Y'all really acted out. Like, I wanted to just keep filming. I wanted to just add more writing onto it and just keep filming, because y'all did a phenomenal job, and I really appreciate y'all. I really, really do. And I thank y'all for the time that y'all put into it. And soon as I get it in my hands, I'm entering it in every film festival. So just get your tickets ready, because we're gonna be flying all around the United States. We might gotta go to Europe and all of that to the film festival. I'm telling you, I just can't wait, because I just see it. I just see it. I said somebody is going to get an Emmy for this short film, because y'all did that good. Like, I watched the footage. Y'all really did good. I don't know who gonna win it, because everybody did a good job. Yes.
Wow.
Thank.
I oh goodness.
Oh, one more thing. I'm sorry.
No,
And
you're good.
and I do want to thank. So I'm sporting his name right here, Strowman Entertainment. I want to thank Derek, from the bottom of my heart, for stepping in, um, dealing with a uh, strong African American woman, and that I am, for
Yeah.
dealing with me and just being right there with me and my husband through this whole process, and just putting people in their life to just build what we thought was small into what I see into something so major, so big, that I really appreciate you, Dirk, and I thank you. I really thank you from the bottom of my heart. Like, you've been, just as much as you say I've been a blessing to you, you've been a blessing to me. You have opened my eyes to a lot, and I appreciate you. And I really thank you for what you do for Jordan Production and making my productions what they are.
Will you stop? I'm trying to be the tough guy here, man. I'm not crying because Dre's watching. If I cry, he gonna. We on the show right now. He'll pull me later and he'll be joking me like, "Yo, you was crying. Don't act like you wasn't crying." Listen, I am literally fighting back my tears, and because I know what we've been through, and to be honest with y'all, see a little closer, you can see that they're a little warded up. But I'm a tough guy. Don't y'all think I ain't tough? But um, I know, and I'm. It's kind of strange to have this conversation in front of everybody, because you know what we've been through. I can feel sometimes when you get frustrated. I can feel when you lose faith. It feels like because your determination, and this is the truth, ladies and gentlemen. Her determination is, with or without anybody, she's going to do it. She's going to get it done. Okay. If you want to help, fine. If you don't want to help, fine. And that's just the way her mentality is, and that's from her upbringing and what she does in life. It's a mentality. It's persistence. It's due diligence. It's to acquire and accomplish something, and it lies within a lot of us, right? I mean, you know, some people aren't like that. Some people just they need others. They're not self reliant or self sufficient, but she is. So when you're like that, it's easier for you to just say, "Hey, look, well, whatever. I'm not feeling that. That's not what we're doing. We're going to do it like this, and like it or not." Now, she might not exactly put it like that, but her disposition will show that. Your body language shows who you are, whether you say it or not. And let's say if Bobby, if you're that kind of guy yourself, and sometimes you might not get along with somebody else that's like that, because if you're trying to achieve the same goal, but it might not exactly work out. So I mean, this, I was kind of touching on this earlier in this show, is you have to know when to fight. I don't give up. I'm not giving up on people that I care about. If I care, I'm just going to keep fighting. Until you till you know when it's time to stop, right? You know when it's time. You'll know, Jonathan, when you travel 80 miles and get rejected, right? You'll know when, if you're going to make take another 80-mile trip because of what happened last time. If that thought is still in your head, of not being able to accomplish, or not having achieved what you sought out to do, how are you going to feel the next time somebody asks you to travel 100 miles somewhere? You
Right.
understand what I'm saying? It's something that we have to deal with. But guess what? You don't want to quit. So you probably going to take that trip again. And that's what the kind of people that we are. That's the kind of person she is. She's going to battle, and nothing is going to stand in her way. So I just appreciate what you said, Linnea, and thank you for that. And you know me, I ain't going nowhere. I'm ready for the next project. I mean, we just Dre knows that's it. So, but yeah, I mean, that's
I'm
it.
itching too. I'm itching. I'm chomping at the bit, man.
But we're probably, I think her game plan is probably going to be a feature of something coming up soon. So that hasn't really been 100% decided. We've chatted a little bit back and forth about kind of what we want to do, but it's not official yet. So we're gonna put her back in front
So,
of the screen. So what do we want to do next?
so well, I am, that you guys may already know. I have a stage play. So I am showing my stage play, and I wrote part two to it. So I've been casting for part two to my stage play. I have I'm can you put me back with everybody so I can see somebody's face real quick?
Hmm.
So I just heard that somebody might be going somewhere through the summer. So I don't, how could they be that role? Because I did cast one of our cast members here for the stage play, and you will be playing in it on July the 9th. So we have to see, but I don't want to say who it is until she's, oh, when she so anyway, so I was casting for my stage play. I do have like three feature films that I'm working on. One of them is my book that I wrote. It's called Beneath the Surface. Another one is a holiday movie that I wrote, and I'm looking to cast for that in probably like May and something like that in the next couple months. Cast for that so we can start filming maybe like in September or October. Have it out in December around the holiday time. That is a multicultural film. So I'm going to be casting for everyone, everywhere. I mean, it's going to be nice. Um, and I have my stage play that I want to turn into. I was thinking like some, I don't know. This just keep popping in my head with my stage play, like a sitcom, because it got so many different levels, and I just keep hearing sitcom, sitcom, sitcom. Not may it may not be funny, but it could be like a drama series, but not really a series. Cause, but anyway, I was watching a Cosby Show, so something kind of in that genre.
Yeah.
So yeah, so but I will be casting. You all know I recycle my actors because I have just a large variety of great actors and actresses, and they just like do their thing. So, but the other thing is we are hoping to have Everything Matters premiere sometime in next month, sometime in
Oh,
April.
wow.
The turnaround time has been great. I'm just a little picky on certain things when it comes to editing, but this go around with Everything Matters, we did it a little different. We filmed a little different, and we did things a little different. So it's not as much work that we need to do. So it's going, so we're going to film. We're going to have both showings back to back, and yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I do, y'all see, I share casting jobs and
Mhm.
with
Yeah.
everyone. When I see something, I post it back to you guys in text message because I don't care who production it is. Get your face out there. You just don't have to be in mine. Be in everybody's. Be shot. Be alike. You hear me?
And,
Go.
and real quick here too, Lynette, before I forget, and I know you would probably think of it, sooner or later in this show as well. But big shots out to the rest of the cast,
Oh yeah.
everybody who weren't wasn't
It's
able
Miss
to make their show.
Sherelle.
Yep.
Miss Sherelle, she played the mother. Jay, she played the mean girl.
Hmm.
Jayla played the mean girl. Thank you to Angela for allowing us to utilize her home in filming, take over her daughter's room, her living room. Uh, Big shout outs to St. Francis Academy for
Yeah.
allowing us to film within their school classrooms. I ain't gonna say the other places because I don't want to give away too much, but cafeteria, we filmed through their entire school and it was a blast. Who else? All the kids that came out. Thank you
Yeah,
for
it was a lot of people. It was a lot of
we
people.
had a really big turnout for kids. It was a nice turnout where we had a full classroom. My nephews, Justin, Tavon, my niece,
Fat cat, yeah.
Barbara, her son, I can't remember their names. I'm sorry. Her son and her niece, my friend Nicole, her daughter, I think her name Dearica or Little Miss D. She was there. Um, so yeah, the Jay Roberts, Jay graphics, he doing all the editing and posters. He made this phenomenal poster where you see we put Alexia's face on it.
Yeah.
Um,
Everybody can bring it up. Mhm.
yeah.
There it is. Yep.
So
Yep.
yeah, so
Yeah. He stays busy. I'm sorry. What you say, Lynn? I didn't mean to cut you
I
off.
was
What you
just
say?
saying thank you to everybody that was just a part of this Everything Matters production. It's gonna be great, and I can't wait for the world to see it because it's definitely going to have a world premiere somewhere.
Yeah. And before, excuse me, before I let everybody go, it's getting late. I see everybody's wearing down. Listen, I get it. We work all the time, so eventually you wear down. And you got Dre and what is it,
South
South Beach or
Beach.
whatever in Miami hanging out. Like I'm not like I'm still not feeling the fact that it's nighttime here and we're about to go to bed and he's about to go party some more. But just before I let everybody go, Bobby, we'll start at the top here. Is there anything that you just like to just kind of say as a closing about Everything Matters and just maybe even tell the audience a little bit about what's going on with you, what you got coming up, and maybe where to find you at on social media or something like that?
Well, Derek, I think everybody knows how I feel about you. We're kind of like kindred spirits, and Linnea also. It's like we've known each other for a long time, even though we haven't.
Mm.
Um, it really is. Everybody in this cast was absolutely off the charts. Everybody, not one bad experience. Um, as far as finding me, bh.carbos is my Instagram. I'm now on Instagram. That's new. That's new this week. Bobby Carbos on Facebook. and we'll go from there. I mean, I'm always busy. I got a lot of things going on. I have a non-disclosure. I just did a music video for Sony with an up-and-coming rapper, so I got a non-disclosure. I can't talk about it, but that will be released sometime worldwide. And you'll recognize me. I'm the butler. So that's pretty good. I did a video last week down in Fells Point, Wild Wild West. That should be coming out. And on the 22nd of March on the ID channel, my first TV appearance will be as a Massachusetts detective in.
Congrats, man.
That's coming out. So that'll be because I'm rolling. You guys got me rolling. Derek, you started it. Linnea kept it going. I'm not stopping. I love it. I love everybody I meet, and I'm having a blast.
That's all you and your abilities, Bobby. I know you like to pass the credits around to other people, man. That's you.
It's everybody around me, and I'm gonna teach one of my friends here how to be a police officer before I'm done.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you for that, Bobby. Because I'm not going to keep you guys much longer. Dreski down in Miami. What's going on, man? What do you have to say for closing? You had a blast on the set of Everything Matters and Running Lost, Ashley. So, what you got going on coming up, bro? And good job down to 8x10 performing and everything. Shouts out to my man Reggie Rupp.
Like I said, I had a blast on both of them, Linnea, and I can't wait. Like I'm gonna keep on saying that. Derek, you already know we locked in. We got a million things we be doing. I don't know. I got another show coming. Like Linnea, I don't know how we do it, but I just always be running. It's just something. I don't know how we make it happen, but we do. Yeah, a lot of water. Because it ain't no sleep. But Bobby, I'm gonna need you. We got music videos we shooting. Like it's just so much stuff coming. We got 3 albums ready to come out. Like it's just, and we just working. And it just was amazing, man. Working with everybody here. Alexia, you gonna be a star, and I'm just gonna be happy to say I was there when I seen that before it happened. Like. I see it, real talk. I don't know if nobody tell you that or you hear it a lot, but I'm gonna tell you it's real. Everybody is amazing, man. Keep doing what y'all doing. Keep pushing the way y'all push. Like I said, I'm gonna keep on saying it. Well, Derek, you flattering me talking about I'm a natural and all that, but y'all made it easy. Linnea, Bobby, all y'all. Alexia, you definitely did it when we had to kneel on the floor for an hour and a half, and you had to lay there and not move, but. Y'all just make it easy, man, and it is what it is. I'm sorry, Linnea, my bad. But
I was trying to do that.
it just was amazing, and I appreciated every part of it. Like that's it for real.
Yeah, nah. Hey, appreciate you, man. Well, like you said, there's a lot of stuff coming up. We're just gonna get it done. Lord willing, the universe say, hey, I want y'all to get this done. God say, look, y'all going to survive to get these things accomplished. And we'll have these conversations many, many more times after many, many more productions. So that's our objectives. Let's get it done. Like she said, keep drinking that water, stay healthy. So, but on to you, Alexia. What's going on? And you ready to continue this awesome career that you have?
Yes, I'm so ready to continue acting. It's something that I love to do. And I'm also just singing career too because I like singing. So some of my songs are going to be releasing soon, which I'm super excited for, like some music videos and stuff.
She sings too.
Active on, yeah. I'm most active on Instagram, and my Instagram is just my name, so it's Alexia Tarquini. So you guys can go follow me there if you want. Yeah, next month I'm going to Atlanta for a horror movie. I'm a supporting character. Yeah, I booked a TV show yesterday that I heard about. I'm trying to think of what else. I don't think I have anything else that I have
Some
filming in the future so far.
the
But
summer.
yeah, you know,
There's
go ahead.
some. Lynette tried to remind you of something. What was that?
Oh, this one, yeah. I'll make time for the play because
That's awesome. Yeah, appreciate that. You'll do good. You'll do really good in the
free
play
for
too.
the
Her
play.
play, the play is phenomenal. It's a great. It's just great. It's fun. I mean, I enjoy myself. I brought my wife and my mom, and they loved The Right Kind of Love. They loved it. I mean, they called me. They raved about it for like a week straight, at least. Oh yeah, we had a great time. That was great. I loved it. So it's something that you should want to get a part of or be a part of. Trust me on that. But yeah. So I mean, just staying busy is important, and doing what you love is also very important. Just real quick, how can people find you on social media? Instagram, things of that nature. Alexia. Alexia.
It's just my Alexia Tarquini.
Okay.
Yeah. So
All right.
just search
Okay.
that up. If you search me up on DB, all that.
Yeah, you find you on IMDb. Yep. Yep. That's awesome. Jonathan, on to you, my brother. Yeah, well, you've heard the trend. What's going on with you, man? And thank you for all your involvement. Thank you for your diligence in both projects too. You were there like Dre and had to, you worked your way through two short films, and you were very dedicated. Like Linnea was saying earlier, this guy, and I just want the audience to know this guy hung around after rap was called. I mean, he sit there just kick it, and I mean, I couldn't understand how he was just so patient. Like he would come early, even though his scenes wasn't until late. He would stay there and just hang out, like with like ice water running through his veins or something, and then be ready to shoot like he just got there. I don't know, but it was weird. But anyway, it was not weird in a bad way, weird in a good way. You know what I'm saying?
All
So
right, I'll take it that way. Hey, I
yeah,
just want to say first off, thank you, Linnea, for giving me the opportunity to act in both your short films. And Derek, you two are what people hope for when they go and work
Mhm.
these kind of jobs. Um, Derek, you kept checking in on me. Like how you doing? Can I get you anything? It's almost time. Don't worry. All the stuff. And Linnea, if I managed to catch you at a slightly slower time, if I was saying something like, hey, is it okay if I change this wording a little bit so it flows for me? You're like, yeah, that's cool. And you mentioned, Derek, that I stuck around a little bit, but it was just so much fun watching you guys solve problems and set everything up. Seeing the script and reading the script, and then seeing Linnea know exactly where she wants the cameras and who's going to be where, and but also adaptable. Things come up, things change, and seeing the problem solving in real time was just a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed myself, and I'm hoping that we can do something together again. I look forward to it.
Definitely
absolutely.
will. We definitely will.
Absolutely. Thank you for that, man. That hit home for me, man, because sometimes I forget, what I'm doing. I'm just trying to make everybody feel comfortable as possible, and nobody gets left behind. Nobody gets left behind. Linnea knows it, and you got to witness it for yourself. I leave nobody behind. I just try to make sure everybody's doing well, the best I can, and that's hard because of all the moving parts, like you said. But and including making sure that the boss is in a good state of mind, and things are flowing the way her vision, had played it out in her mind. So it's a lot of stuff going on. So I appreciate you for acknowledging that, Jonathan. Thank you for that. Um, on to you, brother Paul.
Real quick.
I know you. Huh? I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead,
Oh,
Jonathan.
yeah, where you can follow me on social media. It's real easy because it's the same on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram. and TikTok. It's just really JTL. So it's REALLY JTL on everything. And I'm going to be starting a sketch comedy YouTube channel here shortly. I've already written about 40 sketches, and I'm in the process of writing them out and scripting them out, which takes a lot of time because you end up rewriting almost as much as you already written. But yeah, I'm hoping that I'm going to start filming soon, and I'm also going through the tutorials for DaVinci Resolve, which sounds like Derek. There is quite the learning curve, but it's an awesome resource for anybody out there that even if you want to edit your self tapes, even if it's something small like color correction, I highly recommend you get it. It's free. So yeah, that's what I have going on.
That's awesome. Yeah, congrats, man. I noticed that about you too, Jonathan. And you kind of mentioned it a little bit, but you were very perceptive. Um, you were just studying, seeing the way things work, and obviously you've been on more than one audition, been on more than one set, so you got an idea of the way this stuff works. And to want to create your own concepts, it takes time and you know a lot of persistence. I mean, I see Alexia, she's like, I say everybody's kind of acknowledging that, and this is what we do. It's not for everybody. It you can get in, you can start it a little bit, do a little something, and then pretty much be done with it because of the amount of time that it takes. People like Linnea and myself, been doing it for years now. I mean, just essentially years. She's a writer. She's been writing books for a while. They're publicated. It's not an easy thing to do to just write one book. You know what I mean? So these are things that it takes time to do, and you have to dedicate yourself. So anyway, I think we lost Dre, but so thank you for that, Jonathan. Good luck on your endeavors. Just let me know. I'm sure Linnea would say the same thing if you ever need any help with anything. Okay.
Thanks.
Yes, just let me know. You have my help, full support.
Appreciate it.
And so on to you, Paul. Yeah, what's going on, man? I appreciate you, being a part of this production and everything. I think we got Dre back. Hold on. Being a part of the production and everything. But what's going on in your life? I mean, what do you have scheduled and scoped out for your near future?
Yeah, so I mean, like I said a little bit earlier, right now I'm just kind of going back to the drawing board. I'm just refining my craft as an actor. I'm kind of in that phase while I am still kind of going through the gauntlet of auditioning and trying to book myself up a little bit. So I don't really have anything booked quite yet in the future right now, but I do have some works that from late last year that are gonna start coming out and everything like that. I recently or not recently, I think late last year, it was like a poetry duet compilation, if you will, like a storytelling type of, it kind of gave me like a trapped in the closet R. Kelly vibe, if you will. So yeah, yeah. So that'll be coming out pretty soon. And when that does come out, I'll be more than happy to, share that with everybody and allow everybody to see that because I'm very proud of that because along with being an actor, I am a writer in the sense that poetry and things like that. I'm a poet, so you can catch me at a local poetry club near you, snapping your fingers and stuff. I
You're
like to get deep.
you're
I like
you're
to
an
get deep.
editor too. You're
What's that?
you're an editor too for grammar and everything.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
but yeah, I
yeah.
mean, hopefully I could, be on a production or, on a cast with one of you all talented actors here or, in the future, I'd love to work with you all, Lanier and Mr. Derek, because,
Most definitely.
one thing that I take pride in as an actor is being a part of a professional production. And, not only with equipment, but, I just the whole scope of it, that I could really appreciate that because I've been on I've been on projects that haven't been so professional, and haven't had the luxury of some of the equipment, which I don't fault anybody for, but there's some things that could be done better. And this is definitely one of the better casts and productions I've been a part of, so I can really really appreciate that. And as kudos, and once again I really thank you all for giving me the opportunity to kind of embody what you guys wanted, bring it to life and everything. Other than that, you guys could find me on Instagram at dsmooth, DSMOOTH_ALIOUS, and that's all I got is Instagram. So that's where I'm at.
Did you want to say something on there?
No, I was
Oh,
just thank you.
oh,
Yes,
okay.
man.
So, and just in case anybody missed anybody's tags and social media IDs and stuff like that, all you got to do is just go back, review the show, of course, and you'll hear those same lovely, beautiful people and beautiful faces say exactly what they said all over again. So, yeah, and it feels good. That's why I take the time out to do shows like this. Linnea said, "Hey, you know what? Let's get the cast of Everything Matters on ASAP." And I said, "You know what? You're right. Let's get them on." And it's just been pleasant, and I've heard so many fabulous things. I'm flattered, if that's the right word to use. It feels good to know that a lot of what we put in was acknowledged. You mentioned the production and how we presented ourselves as a unit. Linnea, I tell her all the time. I said, you so hard on yourself. Why are you so hard? We did good. You look great out there. I tell her straight up. You could be a Hollywood director if you wanted to. You're on your way. I say these things and I mean them. I don't just say stuff to hear myself talk. It's the truth. Yes, there's a developmental phase and it takes time, but put in the time. You're going to get there. She's going to get there. You all as actors will get there. Just think about it. Yeah, Alexia is 16. She's identified this at the age of 16. I know that Dre's shaking his head. I mean, we're older, and look at Bobby. Bobby he's starting his acting career later in life, and
63, brother. 63.
I mean, so look at the transition from 16 to 63. So you get in there, you smash down all the obstacles when you can, you know, and lo and behold, you prevail. You come out, you blossom, right, you blossom. Hey, here I am. This man's blossoming at 63 years old. So, hey, I appreciate everybody's efforts. I'm gonna be here for you all. you know. So whenever we get ready to wind back up, you'll know. Lene will be sending out an email. Hey, with a character description, a little disposition about what we're looking for in this character, and there'll be auditions, and you know how it goes. You got to work for what you want sometimes. You know what I mean? It's not going to say, oh no, you got the job, man. Don't worry about it. You got to work a little bit for what you want. So I'm not going to keep you guys much longer. Great show. I really appreciate you guys' time. This is a later show, and we came on a little late. And I'm not gonna be selfish and take any more of your time. Look, Linnea's asleep right now. Look, tell her to wake up, Linnea. Nah, but I really thank everybody for being on the show. I want to thank everybody that was in the chat room. Um, there was people that came in, other than people that was on the panel, which I see a lot. Like my man Bobby and Linnea, they are something else. They be in the chat room so much, man. I appreciate y'all because that's what writers do. Always typing and stuff. Ramsey came on real quick, Dre. Ramsey, thanks for watching the show. Blythe Barbara, who is that, Linnea?
That's the young lady that brought her son and her niece. So she had the black on with the sunshades. She was my my
Oh,
elementary school friend, Barbara.
that was sitting in the chapel.
Yes.
behind Dre and
Yes.
Bobby.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's Barbara. Yes.
I remember. I remember. See, I pay attention. Pay attention. All
Yeah.
right. Also, Eileen
Eileen.
Rose,
Yes.
Eileen.
She's an actress in my stage play. She plays the role of Nana.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for watching watching the show. Look, even Baby J came on real quick. I see Jason came on. Zeph, Pink Money will be dropping soon. Good to see you chime in, Zephyrin. Good to see you.
Congratulations.
Um, yeah, Johnny jumped on for a little bit, Bobby. That was cool to see JL and Algorithm. Thank you, Algo. That's in YouTube land. And Larry came on early. I didn't even get a chance to give him a shout out. So LB, you
Oh yeah,
know,
Larry.
Hey,
yep.
hey, Derek. I don't know if we gave a shout out, but did we mention Owen? I don't even know
No,
if we even talked
no,
about
we
Oh,
did not. We did not. We did forget
Owen,
Owen.
Owen is on the show
Thunderbird the
tonight.
third.
He's on the show. Oh my goodness. I am so sorry.
Yeah,
Oh,
we did. We
I
left
was
the past out.
Owen. Yes, the past.
Owen Thunderbird the
And
third.
and if it is God,
Yeah, he was good. He was good. You guys did good. That,
he did
hey,
good.
hey,
Yes.
Paul, both of you, Jonathan too. Y'all in the chapel with the other young lady, the other girl, the bully girl.
Mhm.
I'm not telling too much.
Tell him
But I
who's
just my
it's
bad.
already short.
I know you're right. Sure. All right. I can't tell them, but that means we got to shut the show down. See, because I'm ready to just let it all out right now. Um, nah, but yeah, it's going to be good. Audience, you got a glimpse of it. It's going to be a fun short film. They're running back to back. Get ready for these two Jordan Productions in association with Stroman Entertainment Productions. And look at this awesome, talented cast that we have. And it was only a fraction of everybody that contributed to these productions. And you guys, you'll definitely get your money's worth. So I appreciate it. So anyway, I'm gonna let you all go. You all have a great night. Thanks,
Thank you.
Alexia, for hanging in there. I see you like everybody's like, is the show over yet? No, we're just getting started. We got like 2 more hours to go. Nah, just kidding. Just kidding. I'm gonna let everybody have a good night. It's
Good
a
night.
Wednesday night. Enjoy the rest of your week. Okay. And remember, I'm here if you need me. So, everybody, y'all have a blessed evening. Call me if you need me. Jonathan, good night. Bobby, good
Good night,
night.
everybody.
Alexia, good night. Paul, it looks like Dre already ran off. Linnea, I'll talk to you probably tomorrow early sometime.
My
Peace
Mr.
and
America
blessings.
wave.
Peace and blessings. Y'all have a good night. See
Yeah.
y'all.
Thanks. See ya.
Good night. Good night. Well, there it was once again. Another very interesting, exciting episode of the Speak Your Mind show. Thank you all for hanging in there with me. I was actually getting a little tired myself, even though I did have a quick little nap. But I'm gonna go reconvene with the family, and I really appreciate everybody for staying up and watching the show. So until the next episode, you all have a great evening. Good night.